The Ford Broncos, they have tons of room. I mean, check out this little window. It opens. I mean, what are you doing in there?
Well, I was undercover till you came along. I'm investigating this website of yours. Complimentary lifetime powertrain warranty, 2-year maintenance warranty, no commissions for salespeople or for managers, and a $25,000 lowest price guarantee. That can't be.
It's true, Barney. Guys, make the short drive to North Country Ford in Arab or Jasper, Alabama, where I promise you'll be glad you did. I'll see you soon.
Welcome back to Coffee Time. Get you another cup of coffee. Enjoy the rest of the program. Walk-in extension systems every Thursday morning. That'd be Mr. Danny Cain. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. It is
good to have you.
Great to be here this morning.
Beautiful weather.
Absolutely wonderful weather.
You brought it in good today.
We sure tried. So
we got a few days of nice weather coming up. And
that's right. Good.
Next
yeah,
week.
and it's after we've been through some of the droughts that we've seen the last few years. It's hard to complain about getting a little rainfall, and we're a little short. Heading into spring and summer growing season this year actually. So it's nice to enjoy the really good weather, but we can sure use a little bit of rainfall
a lot of my farmer buddies are got them tractors out there plowing that ground.
It's time of the year and for all kind of planting, all kind of stuff, and gardening, and and I'm so far behind without getting stuff in my garden.
Today's program, we got lots of stuff to talk about. You got a lot of events coming up we're going to talk about.
I tell you, it's a busy spring around the office. There are a lot of stuff going on, and that's all of us have stayed busy in our particular areas, and a lot of projects we do together, and but everybody stayed busy, and that's the way we like it around the office. But
good deal.
Hey, wanted to start off and mention just a congratulations. Actually, a little bit earlier this week, I was very fortunate to help our FFA kids out, through the school agriculture program or VOAG programs. They held their county forestry judging contest just this week. We finished up on Tuesday afternoon, or Tuesday morning. We did the contest, finished up Tuesday afternoon, and so I was fortunate enough. They asked me to. I actually got to help kind of officiate that to kind of set their contest up, and to and to kind of serve as a judge, so to speak.
Right.
But anyway, I had about 25 to 30 kids participated in that. It was really good to see. And there was several schools represented. But a shout out to our kids at Cordova High School FFA. They won first place, and a bunch of great kids, and they'll be getting ready for their district competition coming up next week. So
where's that going to be?
I'm not sure. Okay. It's generally up in the Coleman area,
okay.
But I'm not completely certain where FFA does their districts, but it's usually up in the Coleman area.
Okay.
But it'll be next week, and so there were great kids. And
how many do you have total?
About 25 to 30 individual kids, represented on all the teams.
All levels, yeah.
Curry High School finished second, and Oatman finished third. So congratulations to all those guys and ladies as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a lot of fun. Our forestry planning committee, that we've talked about many times on air, and when we did the tree sales, and we always talk about what the money from that went to, and so they sponsored the lunch for all the kids. We had a good lunch, some hot dogs and stuff to go with that, and drinks and things. And the Walker County Forestry Planning Committee sponsored. The Farmers Federation sponsored prize money for the county groups. It goes back into their ag program,
mm-hmm.
and so that was. That was just had a great day out there in the woods, and it's good. It's always good to be around young people who like to learn, and especially who enjoy being, in our natural resources, whether that's forestry or wildlife or or whatever the water quality or whatever else.
Have you got what age group? To junior team and senior team?
No, the FFA just does generally
One group.
9th through 12th grade.
9 through 12,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's through the FFA. Now, at the same time, we are also working with our 4-H
Yes, that's what I'm
forestry
talking about.
judging team.
They have 2 teams.
That's right, and we've been practicing now for about a month or so, and we've been learning such things as how to interpret topographic maps. We've been doing compass and pacing. Just this week, we started to learn a little bit more about tree measure. How do you measure the diameters in the 16-foot logs, and do calculations about how many board feet of lumber comes out of a particular plat.
Amazing.
So in 4-H, we do have 2 divisions. We have a junior division, which are your 9 to 13-year-olds. If you can grasp, 9, 10, 11-year-olds out there doing those kinds of things.
It's amazing to me that 11, 12-year-old can look at a forest and tell me how much wood I can get out of that forest.
It is completely amazing. I tell you, we like to complain and harp about these young people, but there is some really, really very smart, very talented young people that we have here in Walker County, and we're just fortunate to get to work with some of the best of them, actually. But our 4-H also has a senior division, which are our 14 and above. And so with our senior contest now, when we finish up with our state competition, the state winner goes on to a national forestry contest, which is in Weston, West Virginia. And so we're looking forward to that competition. That'll be coming up in June when we do that competition. But they've been doing really well. Kids are working really, really hard, and it's fun to be able to work with those kids and in their forestry projects, if you want to call it that. We also have about 4 slots left in our 4-H chick chain sign up for this project year. So if you are interested, have a young person interested, a child, a grandchild, whoever, interested in a poultry project raising, they'll get 12 pullets, which are female chickens at about 3 days of age, give or take, and they will raise them out through the summer. And our show and auction then will be in October in the fall. So if you are interested in that, whether you're an in-school 4-H club, an out-of-school 4-H club, homeschool group, or individual 4-H'er, if you just want to have a poultry project and enjoy raising, these are pullets, so they're going to be future egg layers.
They start laying around October?
Around October to November is generally at about 5 to 6 months.
6 months
is when most of them will start to lay, and so that usually times out, about late October or so, when they first begin to lay. It varies a little bit by breed, but that 5 to 6 month is a pretty good average. So if you're interested in that, the registration fee for that is $75. And that includes the 12 pullets. Now we're going to come out during the summer. We're going to vaccinate these birds for a viral disease that many of our chickens are prone to, and it's fowl pox. And there's a couple of versions of that. We won't go into all the details on the disease, but we vaccinate for that in our 4-H birds. So we'll be coming out and doing that. So it includes that. It includes we're going to do a production meeting where if you've never grown chickens before, we're going to teach you what to do. What to do with those baby chicks, from brooding them out to moving them to their coops. We're going to talk a little bit about feeding and watering and basic day-to-day care of those birds. So you're not going to be out there all alone. We've got you covered with a lot of material that we're going to help you out with in raising those
But
chicks.
it still puts a great responsibility and learning on the child.
There's a lot of work that goes to the project, and that is to make sure that your birds are cared for, they're fed, they're watered.
Yes.
The bedding material's changed out, that stays clean. You've got to monitor the temperatures to make sure they don't get too hot or too cold. There's a temperature range that these birds do best in. So So there's a lot to it. It teaches a lot of responsibility, some work ethic, but it's a lot of fun as well. And we always get a lot of great feedback from our families that go through the Chick Chain project. So we've got about 4 more slots, and so if you've not gotten in on that, there's still an opportunity. But we need to hear from you.
When do the first birds arrive?
Yeah, we'll get there. We generally get our birds about the second week of May.
Second week of May.
So
okay.
it's up and coming. And so we actually ordered them last fall. So we have to do it in advance,
wow.
because of the demand at certain times of the year for baby chicks. So we make sure that we get our order in. So they've been ordered for quite a while now. 21 days prior to the arrival date, they'll set those eggs in the hatcheries. It takes 21 days to hatch an egg out, and then once they hatch out, they'll collect our order up. They'll put them in boxes, drop them right in the U.S. mail, send them right to the Jasper Post Office. And I want to give a shout out to our friends at the Jasper Post Office, who always work extremely well with us when chicks arrive. And you don't have to question what day it is when you go over there that morning to the post office. You can hear them out in the parking lot, and so that's a lot of fun. And like I said, I appreciate those folks over there at our post office for helping us out and taking care of them until we can come and pick them up.
And then you have a big day in Cordova in October.
That's right. It's in conjunction with our Indian Head Festival. There is when we do our show and auction, and so the birds will be judged by breeds, and we'll have we'll judge them within breeds, and we'll have a championship pen of 2. They're required to bring 2 birds of the same breed. And we'll also have an overall champion bird, and they're judged by an APA. It's like, somebody asked me, is it like really, do they really get judged? And the answer to that is absolutely, because our judge is a certified American Poultry Association certified judge that judges those, and so it's the real deal. And
the general public can buy the birds.
Absolutely, we'll do our birds. Usually by silent auction. We'll put bid sheets on and give them a certain amount of time. So if you're looking for some birds to add to a home flock or to start a home flock, that's a good chance to do that. And we'll be getting out a lot more information about that. Some other things coming up and coming. One is this week. You need to really get this on your calendar. On Saturday, that's April the 11th. That's this coming Saturday.
Yes.
Our master gardeners are going to be having their plant sale, and that will be out at the in the parking lot area there in front of the extension office. And so they're going to have all kinds of vegetables, vegetable transplants, herbs. They're going to have perennials, some house plants, some ferns, probably some bulb crops, a lot of different types of plants that they offer up for sale. The master gardeners will be there to answer questions. If you have any questions about, what is this plant, or how do you grow this plant, or what's your favorite way to grow them, or what, and all those kind of things our master gardeners can answer for you. And so that is Saturday, April the 11th, and they're going to start at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Get there early.
And that'll run until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So that will be a great opportunity to pick up some good plants to take home to your own gardens. And the master gardener's been scurrying around the office there all week long, planning and getting stuff ready and assembling different types of plants that they're going to have to sell. It's been a hub of activity this week getting ready for that. They're an amazing group.
They are a great group. They do a lot of local projects.
Absolutely. And now that we mentioned that, of course, don't forget the plant sale. I'm going to also mention another thing that our master gardeners are conducting and sponsoring. And this is fairly new for us this time, but they are doing a once a month lunch and learn program is what we're calling it.
Wow.
And so each month they have a particular topic. They've already covered things like pruning various plants. They're going to be talking about home gardening, fertilization, and various topics to do with home horticulture and home gardening and home landscapes. That meets and you want to write this down, every third Wednesday. Every third Wednesday. And that's at 12 o'clock, and they meet out at there's a meeting room out at the Jasper Public Library here downtown. That's convenient if you work downtown, and I always hear, well, I can't ever make it to your meetings because of work schedule or whatever. So they start at 12 noon, right at lunch hours. They're quick programs. You'll be back at work by 1 o'clock. You don't have to, I've already been asked the question, you don't have to be a member of the Master Gardener Association or have taken the Master Gardener class. These are for the general public. Come, bring you a sack lunch, a box lunch, and be prepared to learn a little bit. There's no cost to attend. They're absolutely free.
Every third
Wednesday. 12 o'clock at the Jasper Public Library. We want to thank our folks at the library there for helping to host this. We looked a long time to find a suitable place because we actually wanted it not outlined like at the extension office. We wanted it here downtown for our folks here that have jobs and that work here downtown to participate. So we appreciate the library for helping us out with that. Down the line, go ahead and mark your calendar on August the 12th. We've got our Professional Logger Management or PLM workshop that's sponsored by the Forestry Planning Committee. And that will be over at Bevel State there at the Harold Wade Science and Math Building. Registration for that will start at 7:30, and it will go till about 3 o'clock or so in the afternoon. There's no cost to attend that. It includes lunch, but you do have to pre-register. Okay, no cost, but you do have to pre-register. You can call us at the extension office. Call Stacy down at the Soil and Water Conservation Office, and get yourself registered. For the PLM workshop. Now, it's also it is qualified for 6 PLM continuing education hours that our loggers have to have. It is also certified for CFEs, which are continuing education units that our registered foresters have to have. So it's good for both of those points. But you don't have to be a logger or a registered forester to attend. It's geared for homeowners as well, or home forest landowners. So if you just want to come and learn about forestry and things like that, there's no cost to attend. Just pre-register, come on, and if you need the points, we have those available. Now, the last thing that I wanted to mention before we end up on May the 1st. We're going to do, I always get so many questions about recreational fish ponds. How do I take care of weeds in my fish pond? What kind of fish do I stock in my fish ponds? How do I take care of my fish pond? What do I need to test my fish pond for? I get all those questions so many times. So we're going to do a workshop. It's actually going to be over in the Double Springs area. We're moving it to the Double Springs area for this year. We'll probably be back over here next year doing this. We're not, we don't have the location on our registration information yet. That will be sent out because we're going to do it at a private landowner's place over near Double Springs. If you know where the high school is over there, it's close to the high school. So we'll be getting out the exact specific location for that. But we're going to cover, fertilization in your fish ponds, aquatic plant management or weed control, we like to call it. Stocking rates. How many fish do I stock in my pond? What species do I stock in my pond? We're going to talk about harvesting. How many fish do I need to be taken out of my pond to maintain balance? We're going to talk about fish kills and how, that's a common question that we get, those oxygen depletion fish kills. And we're going to talk about nuisance wildlife, everything from beavers to muskrats to other otters and other things that can cause problems in a fish pond. So really all of those questions that we get asked, we're going to cover that day. If you will bring also, if you register for the workshop, if you will bring a water sample from your fish pond, we will do a basic simple alkalinity test on your fish pond right there at the workshop. And so we'll be able to talk to you about that and then recommend lime if your pond needs lime. Okay. The cost is $25. That includes all the materials that we're going to hand out. The instruction also includes lunch. Okay, so that's going to be from about 10 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon on Friday, May the 1st.
May 1.
So you take your Friday and learn about fish ponds, head straight into the weekend there, and make a long weekend out of it. So you can contact. We're kind of directing our, since we're over at the Double Springs location, we're directing, if you have questions about the fish pond workshop, you can call the Winston County office, and that number is 205-489-5376, 205-489-5376. And we've also got this posted on our Facebook pages and things like that. This is what our flyer looks like. It's got all the information on there, but you'll notice on our flyer, this is also on the page. It's got that nice little QR code. You don't have to call us to register. You can use that QR code. If you've got a phone that'll read a QR code, it'll take you straight to the registration site.
Deal. All right, tell us how to get you.
Yeah, you can reach us for any of these programs or more stuff that we have going on, or all those yard, garden, and landscape kind of questions. Give us a call at the Walker County Extension Office. That's 205-221-3392. Or you can reach us on the big old World Wide Web at www.aces, that's ACES.edu, or you can reach us on our Facebook page for those of you that do Facebook. So any of those, we've got all this information up there. Give us a call, stop by and see us.
Danny, thanks a bunch.
Appreciate you having us. Thank you.
Great program. We're going to take a break. We'll come right back with more Coffee Time.